Right, for those of you who haven't, they're doing this for the very first time, I thought best to show you how I've done this. Right, what I've done, as you can see, is I've sandwiched them together. I've got them all in line on one corner, because my blocks aren't all that square. And they're all lined up as best I can. Clamped together with a G-clamp. Okay, nice and tight. And then all I'm doing is drilling out the holes through the 4 pilot holes, as I said earlier before. Obviously, if this is done on a drill press, it'll be a lot more accurate. But as I said before, I've got a drill press, but I'm trying to show people who haven't got access to those sorts of equipment how to go about doing it. If you're wondering why I'm going up and down with the drill, it's to clear the flutes on the drill out. That's the only reason. Because you'll find that if you clear the flutes out, your drill will last longer because it isn't getting hot through friction. Okay, right, well I will make the other holes off camera. I'm going to do the countersink first, and then I shall drill straight through for the clearance holes for these. Alright then peeps, I'll see you when I've done that. So that I can get the depth on all 4 holes exactly the same, I've put some tape around how deep I want it to go, and that's on the blade itself, not the pointed bit, but from the shoulder down to that depth is as far as I want to go. Take the head into the sled base. Okay, all it is insulation tape. Right, talk to you later. I've drilled the holes, had a bit of an accident drilling those holes. I pushed the plywood out, so I'm going to have to do that piece again. But I brought you in to show you how I'm doing this. But I've also got to tell you that in the last video I was once again a prat, because here's the original piece of timber that I was going to use for the sled. Right, now as you can see, it's not wide enough. Sorry, it's not wide enough. I should have shown it that way round. That's why I've had to make this new piece. This is the correct way round. Okay, that out of the way, I brought you in at this point to show you, when you drill these bolts out, these holes out for these bolts, they really need to be a tight threaded fit, like for the back adjuster for the Z-axis top rail. And you just keep turning it in until it goes tight. Okay? Now a lot of you are thinking, well, how the hell is he going to get 4 bolts in if the slide is virtually the same width? Well, that's simple, because all that you need to do is slide it in, trying to show you better, under the butterflies all the way across, and then that should leave you the ability, and it's not. I miscalculated there somewhere, unless I can get the head in there. No, I can't. So I've got to rethink that bit. So I'll come back to you when I've sorted something out. I've put the 4 bolts in on the sled, and the way I managed to get the other 2 in was I dremelled out, hang on, where are you? There you go. I dremelled out a half moon at both ends. I know I could have used just one and slid the thing up and down, but I put 2 in. So I then popped the bolts in, centres it up, and I am now screwing the butterflies down in such a way that they can't move unless the motor's turning. Okay, all I'm doing is using, if I do that you can see it better, normal wood screw with a washer. Okay, and I'm simply screwing on the end of the butterfly. But my fingers stop floating about all over the place. And the washer is purely there to spread the clamping ability. Don't take it down so tight that you break the butterfly. Just take it down so that nothing moves. Okay, once the washer stops moving, that is tight enough. Now that was a little bit loose, look. Can you see that? I think so. I don't know. Maybe if I tipped it over. Trouble is in shadow there, isn't it? But anyway, this one's moving slightly. So I'm just going to nip him up a bit more. Not a lot. Still a bit loose. A fraction. Yeah, that will do. Now, to make sure that they don't interfere with the threaded bar, I'm going to make sure they don't move by popping some glue on the screw and the washer and the butterfly. Sorry, liquid weld. I'll get it right one day. And that is purely to stop the washer ending up in with the threaded bar. Now, I told you earlier about making sure you don't get any glue on the threaded bar, and what have I done? There's some glue on the threaded bar, not to worry. Now we just wait for that to, I'm just pushing the washer over just to make sure that it definitely is clear of the threaded bar. But I'll let that go off, and then we'll power the motor up and see the sled move up and down. Alright, See you in a bit.